are you?
Excellent.
Oh, please call me Susan. Call me Susan. Call me Susan.
Oh no, I dare not in the front of greatness.
Well, what part of the country are you in, Jose? Are you in Connecticut?
I'm in New Haven, Connecticut, the home of Yale University.
I know Connecticut very well, very, very well, because I lived in New York a lot. I went up and back to Connecticut a million times.
I'm sure you hung out in Greenwich and in Fairfield County a little bit.
I hung out all over the. You'd be surprised at the streets I ran, Jose.
Hey, now, I mean, look, you are the queen of infomercials. I mean, who does not know you? And I mean, is it? I mean, I can tell about your personality. It's all about personality, isn't it?
Well, it's interesting because people would always ask me back in the day, how did you do it? How did it blow up so big? And I would always say, did you ever think about telling just the truth? Like just telling the truth, which is all Stop the Insanity was. It was me telling the truth about being a single mother. The prince walked out, 2 babies a year apart, totally broke, and having to lose over 100 pounds. Like, I just told the truth. And a lot of people responded. And that's what it was. It was a very authentic, original thing. And, it was terrific for the first couple of years. and then all hell broke loose.
What do you mean by that? I mean,
well, because whenever things nobody expected Stop the Insanity to be super big. Nobody did. I did 7 books, 9 platinum videos, worldwide tours, the whole thing. Nobody expected it to be that big. And when it started generating a whole lot of money, it just got, gross. In the 90s, you didn't have that much access to things and lawyers and managers, and it changed. It changed a lot in the last, 2 years of Stop the Insanity. It just changed. It became whenever there's huge money around, things shift, which in this day and age, they don't have to because of the internet. They don't have to. There's 8 huge corporations were in the middle of me and anything I wanted to do. And, it got distorted, which is what the movie and the book is about. It's the story of what happened to Stop the Insanity.
We're talking about Susan Powter's new documentary, Stop the Insanity, Finding Susan Powter, that's coming out, and her self-published memoir that's available on Amazon right now. More money, more problems, I guess it is,
Well said, a very common phrase. And you know what, Jose? It's 100% right.
I mean, it's almost impossible to prepare for such affluence in such an avalanche way. What would you have done? I mean, a million things you could have done different, but what are 1 or 2 that you really resonate with you?
Well, every woman, certainly single mothers, know I was doing all that work. Nobody else was writing the books or doing any of that. I was also showing up at my son's games I was running my house. I was making dinner. I was the head of a household. I was the mother. So that's fine. That wasn't what the average, male executive in the 90s who was generating far less than I was doing. So, what I would have done differently is quite simply not trusted the team of lawyers, team of managers, team of agents. I would have said, show me the books. I would have said it once a week. But now we don't need all that. It wasn't possible in the 90s. I mean, some people may have done it, but I can tell you that huge corporations, you can't exactly say to them, I'd like to know, if I'm being double billed for things. And listen, I made money. I lived really well. My kids, we had a great life, but it wasn't a big, huge lifestyle thing. I certainly didn't make anywhere near what everyone assumes I made. And that becomes a problem 20 years later when people are like, oh, you've got $800 million. I'm like, no, I don't. No, I don't. I'm working like all of you are working. I work every single day. Every single day. No, it's like that was a long time ago and it wasn't as clean. And so it's turned out well because guess what the book and the movie are about? Exactly that. And it's a hell of a story, Jose. I can tell you that right now.
So far, so intriguing.
It's true. I'm telling you, get the book. Listen, I'm not just selling a book to sell a book. I would love you to read the book and I would love you to come to Instagram and tell me that you got it and you read it because it is a story that anyone can understand because stuff doesn't always turn out the way you think and the twists and turns can be shocking, painful, joyful, life lessons if you survive them. If you survive them.
Times are different now because you did touch on something very unique, that perception versus reality, especially when it comes to the fan, is miles apart. How do you deal with that psychologically? And did you have to, work with someone to get through that, or was that like personal growth?
Never. No. Believe me when I tell you, I'm not big on, no, I'm pretty bottom line. But the way I work through it is by telling the truth. And I'm so grateful for this day and age, because I know that everyone assumes it now, but the 90s wasn't that long ago, but it was lifetimes ago as far as technology. I don't have to go through any major corporation. The book that I wrote, out of 7 books that I've written, I own this book, and every word of it is mine. And I can go directly to people. I'm right there. Come to Instagram. Come on at Susan Powter. Let's go. And you can see me every day. Every day. You can see what I'm doing. You can see how I'm living. And the privilege of having a movie that I'm very, very proud of come out, and a book that I'm very proud of come out. It's just different in this day and age. So I celebrate. Like, I'm proud of the fact that I'm still standing and standing strong. I'm proud of my family. I'm proud of myself. And I'm proud of the fact that I'm a hard worker, good, bad, or indifferent. You'll see me working and paying my own damn bills. But this time around, there's not going to be 800 agents and managers in the middle of anything. It's me. It's me. It's direct from me to you all over the world. That's why I'm super excited about what's coming.
The day of big entourage is gone.
Oh,
by the
way, I
wayside.
didn't even have a big one. Let me tell you, the 90s, Jose, come on. You sound younger than whatever, but the 90s, I didn't even have a big one. But then you find out, it just got really behind the scenes dirty.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine. How is it? How does it feel that after all these years, you say 90s is like in eons ago, but let me tell you, I dropped your name the other day to my wife and her eyes lit up like, oh, I know who she is. How does it feel?
I love that. Thank her. I'll send her a damn book, Jose. I'm not kidding. You think I'm joking? Get me the information. I'll send your wife a book.
But how does it feel to still resonate with women all across America like that?
Well, I'm shocked and really grateful for the reception that Hollywood, people are like, oh my God, I remember, and that's so great. And I watched you for a long time. And I was busy doing it all. I was working like a racehorse and raising my children. And I knew that things were, people knew me, and, we would get whatever. And, we were invited to the Emmys and all that crap. But I didn't understand the impact. I loved the women I met. I loved what I was saying. I loved the truth of the information. And I loved doing, having a job like that. But I didn't realize the impact. And I never expected it to last 25 years. I never expected it to last 25 years. So I'm really grateful for anyone who says, oh my God, I remember her. I mean, it's exciting. And I have had a beautiful reception from everyone who's, the movie has been screened. And I just have had a beautiful reception from people like, oh my God, so glad. So glad. And listen, not one thing has changed. Bottom line is, I can tell you how to get as lean, as strong, and as healthy as you want to get if you live in a human body. And what I said that many years ago has not changed one iota. Not one iota.
It's so hard. And I mean, back then it was harder. And I think even now, but shame and blame, tearing down a female's ego. How does the truth destroy that?
Amazing question. I mean, Jose, seriously. Let me just say to Jose's wife, oh my God, that is terrific. I did not ever accept back in the beginning, again, nobody believed I was going to. So I always heard comments, whoa, she's too aggressive. Oh my God, she talks too much. Oh my God, slow down. How much caffeine have you had? Blah, blah, blah. That's all blame and shame. And it's very different for a woman, certainly in the 90s. It's just different. It's not even it's not an anything-ism. It's just a damn fact of the matter. And what is interesting is, when, other people in the 90s, I mean, I say MC Hammer, not for any other reason that it was just a very big story at the time. He had a massive entourage, cars. When money happens in a woman's life, it's like, well, the little lady just doesn't know how to handle money. And it's not true. That's not true at all. Not true. And the respect in the boardroom was very different back in the day. But those days are gone. The internet has changed and I know this may not be news to people, but I'm not sure people really understand how much it's changed. Publishing industry, changed forever. Video industry, changed forever. Infomercial industry, changed forever. Television, changed forever. Radio, changed forever. And that's why I'm excited. I said the other day, Jose, what's about to happen makes Stop the Insanity look like dress rehearsal. And I'm more now ready than I've ever been. And it will be the message that always was, and it will be authentic and directly to anyone who wants to hear how they can change the way they look and feel forever, period. And it's much simpler. And I like doing this interview more than this is what I wanted to do. From my house in Vegas, talking to you, is fabulous. Great interview. So much fun on a phone. Dying. That's exciting for me.
Well, we have run out of time. I could talk to you all afternoon. I still want to ask you so many questions. I hope you do another tour so we can continue the conversation. Good luck with your ventures. And thank you so much for everything you've done for all women, especially women here in our world.
Jose, thank you. And listen, I'm not joking. Get me the information. I would love to send your wife a book. Love to.
I will do that. I'll go through my art. I'll make sure I give Art my information and reach out to your people.
Thank you, Jose.
Thank you. Have
Fabulous
a blessed one.
Talking to
yes,
you.
ma'am.
Thank you.